Grain shipments, wheat. It is said that grain from Ukraine, when shipped around the world, fed 400 million people, just from Ukraine. And Odessa, one of the port cities there, has large shipments ready to be shipped overseas on storage. And the Russians won't let anyone move it. Nothing is moved out of that port. And the Russians have threatened to bomb anybody that goes into that port. They will drop rockets on them. And the United Nations are sitting there in Odessa and bringing in supplies from other parts of Ukraine where they still can get there to feed the population. And then they pull some of the grain out of there in trucks and turn it into bread and bring it back to Odessa. And but basically the port is closed, and all those grain ships that are sitting there ready to feed the world, the Russians say, we don't give a damn. Putin doesn't care. You know, he says, I don't care. What are you going to do about it? And then ever so often they lob a missile in there to keep the people moving. And basically he says, I don't care. My job is, he's going to take the Ukraine. He's going to take all of that. He's going to shut off the Ukraine. Then you have to deal with the Russians if you want to ship anything out of the country. And how many people are going to die? A few 100,000. So, either that, they get shipped off, pulled out of the cities, and get shipped into the middle of Russia, and they get shipped to Siberia. They will never be seen again. Who's going to stop Putin? No one's going to stop him. He's threatened nuclear war. And of course, you know that the Russian generals would never do that. Putin may want to, but they're not going to do that. Because if they use nuclear weapons, there's 38 nuclear power plants in Russia. Good targets. But he's stopping grain shipments. What grain storage there is, you know, someone says they're transporting this stuff, anything in the north, they're transporting into Poland or the next door neighbors, because they know once the Russians put their hands on it, it will never be seen again. So, you know, that's 400 million people basically getting, and the higher cost for fuel because of Russia, the cost of fuel, transportation of the stuff, the prices of bread around the world are going up, even in the United States. Now they say, well, the United States can ship grain they have here to somewhere else. Oh yeah? Well, I got news for you. I remember a long time ago, the United States sold grain, wheat, to Russia. Yeah. And the price of bread went from 10 cents a loaf to 75 cents a loaf. Yes, and guess who paid for the transportation? The taxpayers did. U.S. taxpayers paid to ship the stuff over to Russia. Sweetheart deal, yeah. And how was it shipped? On Polish grain ships, yeah. You know, they poured it. They went to the ports, New Orleans. They went to Great Lakes and filled up the ships and went back to Russia. And we paid for it. Boy, did we pay for it. You know. This time, Russia's going to go in there and grab everything that's there, if they can. And to hell with the rest of the world. As Putin says, I don't care. What are you going to do about it? Hundreds of thousands of people on the verge of... I won't say they're on the verge. They are starving. Oh, God. I guess this is our third world war. Russia versus everyone else. Well, hey. You see that, you get furious. You start shouting at Putin. He doesn't care. Yeah. Someone even says, well, the old saying goes, his ships are sitting miles off into the Black Sea firing cruise missiles into, or target missiles into Ukraine. And every missile that drops in anywhere it's a target missile. Unless it's an artillery shell, it's a target missile. Putin will say, bomb that hospital, bomb that school, bomb that store. He doesn't care. His troops are fed. Yeah, so. What else am I going to complain about? Oh, how many billions costing the U.S. taxpayers to stop Putin from taking over the Ukraine? Yes. But we have to tell you about the Ukrainians. They're beginning to, they think they're sending aircraft in to bomb Russian facilities inside Mother Russia. Or some of the Russians have decided to blow up their own facilities, which is very possible. Oh, you got this thing. The one thing about Putin. Anyone born in Ukraine is considered an enemy of the state. All those Russian-speaking Ukrainians, they're all considered to be enemies of the state. Yes, and they're watched. And what are you going to do? Oh well. Did I make myself mad? Yes.